Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, pursuant to the resolution of Parliament on Thursday, 10 February 2022, I move that the Investment Bill 2022, Bill number 5 of 2022, be debated, voted upon and be passed. Thank you, sir.
Is there a seconder?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to second the motion.
Thank you. I now call on the Honourable Attorney General to speak on his motion. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Investment Bill 2022 is tabled in Parliament on 10 February 2022 as Bill number 5 of 2022. The bill, Mr. Speaker, sir, had been referred to the Standing Committee on Justice, Law and Human Rights for review. And following public consultation, the Standing Committee tabled its report on the review of the bill in Parliament on Monday, 4 April 2022. Speaker, sir, in 2017, the Fijian government engaged the International Finance Corporation, or IFC, and the World Bank Group to undertake a review of Fiji's investment framework. Since the engagement, the following have been achieved. 1. An investment reform map was developed to provide a pathway for the Fijian government to align the investment policy reforms with short and medium-term national development goals. 2. An investment policy statement was developed based on the findings of the IRM, or the investment reform map, to serve as the guiding policy for the investments in Fiji. 3. The Foreign Investment Act 1999 was reviewed, and as a result of the review, the Investment Act 2021, Mr. Speaker, sir, which is the new Investment Act, was enacted by Parliament on 3rd of June last year. The new Investment Act, amongst other things, Mr. Speaker, sir, repeals the 1999 Act, establishes legal, social and economic principles for the development of investment activity in Fiji. 3. Defines the rights, duties and responsibilities of domestic and foreign investors. 4. Provides equity for investors with transparent, reliable, efficient and fair rules of procedure within the framework of the international treaties and agreements to which Fiji is a party. 5. Removes the issuance of foreign investment registration certificates by Investment Fiji. And 6. Removes the power for Investment Fiji to conduct investigations and inspections necessary for the purpose of regulating foreign investors. Given the removal of Investment Fiji's function to issue FR or foreign investment registration certificates, sir, and its power to conduct investigations and inspections, a review of the Investment Act 1980 was conducted to realign the functions of Investment Fiji in order to complement the changes brought about by the new Investment Act. The Investment Fiji Bill, Mr. Speaker, sir, 2022, which is the outcome of the review of the 1980 Act, therefore seeks to replace the 1980 Act to realign the mandate and functions of Investment Fiji to that of a promotional agency. Mr. Speaker, sir, the purpose of realigning the mandate and functions of Investment Fiji is to enable Investment Fiji to move away from being a regulator of foreign investors in Fiji and to focus primarily on the role of being a promotional agency for attracting both foreign and domestic investors to invest in Fiji. The bill, Mr. Speaker, sir, proposes the following as the new mandate of Investment Fiji. 1. Investment promotion, which is to increase the contribution made by investors in Fiji's economy by promoting Fiji's competitive and comparative advantages. 2. Investment facilitation, to facilitate all necessary information and services to assist prospective and existing investors to meet their specific investment project needs. 3. Export promotion, to facilitate and promote the development and expansion of export. 4. Aftercare, to provide investors with assistance to overcome any challenges to the growth and expansion of the activities and support investors with the expansion and diversification objectives. 5. Policy advocacy, to collect information and raise awareness on the challenges faced by investors and recommend reform measures to improve Fiji's investment and business enabling environment. And 6. Image building, to promote Fiji as a desirable investment destination. Mr. Speaker, sir, of course, apart from the committee, there's a number of consultations were held in respect to the formulation and drafting of the bill with various agencies, which I do not want to go into because the committee is fully aware of all that. Mr. Speaker, sir, in short, that's the introduction to the bill. I could go on to the different clauses, but I'm sure the members do want to speak on that. But essentially, Mr. Speaker, sir, it's a realignment of the Investment Fiji, the agency, to fit into the new Investment Act and use it as a promotional agency. As we've seen, like last night, Honourable Prime Minister was at one of the outsourcing companies that recently was formed during the pandemic itself, sir, And as we've seen, Mr. Speaker, sir, there were 3,000 jobs created in that sector during the pandemic years, in the past 2 years. And as a result of that, sir, we've now seen a huge interest. Government has provided $200,000 to outsource Fiji. The Australian government is now partnering with that. I remember when we had mentioned this in the last session, people from the other side were saying, oh, it's all pie in the sky stuff. But actually it's not. It's about 100,000 jobs being created. And this is precisely what Investment Fiji is actually going to do, because they're going out now and targeting Australian companies that used to, for example, have their outsourcing centers in Philippines and India. Because of the pandemic, now they want to bring it closer to home. So Investment Fiji's job now, Mr. Speaker, sir, is to get those investors to come to Fiji. You've got Fijian government, Australian government working together to promote Fiji as a destination. We've now got Telstra that's going to buy Digicel. They also do a lot of outsourcing, and it creates a lot of jobs. In fact, what they are saying, sir, is that there'll be 100,000 jobs created alone in the BPO sector in the next 10 years. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, that's Investment Fiji's job, to now go and promote, handhold investors, not simply bring them in and leave them alone in a lurch, but to handhold them, make sure that they do the right investments, and make sure that they feel confident enough to continue to invest in Fiji, which of course will not only be good in terms of foreign reserves, in particular a lot of them do a lot of exports, but also in the creation of jobs. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank the Honorable Attorney General. Honorable members, the floor is now open for debate on this motion.